Welcome back to another exciting episode of Kicking It with Keisha&KC. I'm Casey, and you know her, you love her.
I'm Keisha.
Welcome to our show. So much has been going on lately,
Oh my God.
especially
Tell me
around the
about it.
city of Detroit.
Yes. That's what we were just having conversation off camera. Excuse me. So now we're gonna get right back into one of those topics. What you want to start with first? There's so much going on.
Yeah, it's a whole lot going on. Every week when it comes down to show prep, I always look at news from around the world, around the country, or whatever. And I mainly start off local. And the thing about starting off local with the news is in the city of Detroit, it's like so much crime. Not even just it's crime. Crime is everywhere, okay? But let me rephrase that. It is so many shootings. Everything is this person got shot, that person got shot, carjacking, got shot, and I'm just like, y'all can't do anything else. Like the news can't report on anything else. Everything is somebody got shot, somebody got shot. So I was thinking, should Michigan have the death penalty?
I don't think so. Only because I feel like it's so many innocent people that they're letting out now that, you know what I'm saying, they wrongly accused that probably would have suffered from the death penalty that didn't even deserve it. Like Michigan doesn't have a law system that I would entrust to get it right every time that they're deserving of the death penalty. I don't know. I'm just kind of on the fence with that.
I don't know. I think that Michigan should have the death penalty. That would probably clear out some of these jails.
Damn.
Because I mean they are going to jail at a high rate.
Just
Like
kill anybody. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I
damn.
bet they used to send like maybe one bus a
Not
week
me.
to prisons. Now they probably send a bus a day. A bus a day per prison. Like what is going on? I think that if Michigan had the death penalty, that would probably make people think like, you know what, I don't want to kill nobody, or
I don't
maybe
know.
I shouldn't do that.
I'm gonna have to look at the crime rates in the
High as
states.
hell. That's
No,
what it
I'm
is.
talking about in the states where they do have the death penalty and see like does it keep their crime actually lower because of that and see statistically I'm gonna have to check into that
Yeah.
before I say that it would
Or
actually deter because people always think they're not gonna get caught.
uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's the whole. So if they feel like they're not gonna get caught, then why not go ahead and you know what I'm saying, commit the crime?
Uh-huh.
So
Or what about if instead of having a death penalty, they'd be like, okay, you committed a crime, instead of you getting the death penalty, we gonna send you over to like a third world country, or if a war is going on, they can send them to war, and if they make it back, then they keep their freedom, something like
and
that.
yet again, somebody innocent being punished and going over there risking their life and then coming back and they reporting, oh, DNA proved that he didn't do this to such and then you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't feel like that's for what crimes are you saying?
Murder,
Just for murder. But what about
babies.
self-defense? Some people still go to jail and they done kill somebody in self-defense.
Well, that's different. That will be proven in court. But for somebody
Don't
like,
matter
okay, like
still
for
if
example,
it's
the young lady that was beaten to death. If they found out who beat that young lady to death, he should automatically be taken down to Hart Plaza and be stoned to death.
well, Crystal's world, you guys, is brutal. Okay, she
Because they
want to go
can.
back to the old way. She want to be
Mhm.
like in the third world country. You
Mhm.
steal something, cut their hands off. You
Mhm.
rape somebody. It was something I just read in one of those countries where the guy raped this girl, and so they let the girl's brother rape the guy's sister. Just some old.
Well, now I
like,
don't see.
but
I
the
I
girl
think
didn't
that somebody
deserve
should have raped
that.
the guy. Yeah, the girl didn't deserve it, but
Right.
somebody
I
should have
don't
raped the
think the
guy.
sister should have got raped. She didn't deserve that. Just
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, because of what her brother did. That was just crazy to me. But
If I
though
was
that's
her.
the thinking, and it still didn't deter, the crimes that they do. Because once again, people think they're not gonna get caught.
Like remember years ago that guy, he went over to Singapore and he was they caned him because he had stole something.
And what
It
refresh
was
my
like years
memory.
ago. This guy, he stole something over in Singapore, and he went to trial. He ended up being caned with like 3 bamboo sticks. And they had, if I'm not mistaken, I think they might have showed how the caning would go, but they were long, and the guy that was hitting them was like a trained martial arts expert. And they were talking about how strong the bamboo sticks was, and
Mm.
it would break his skin.
Oh wow. Oof.
That he learned
I
his lesson.
mean, the threat of going to jail should be enough. Just being taken away from your family. I mean, most people can't do hard time in
Especially in another
jail with
country.
hardened criminals. So, like again, people always think they're not gonna get caught, but in the event that they do, jail time. That's the process. That's the
Well,
system we created.
I think Michigan needs a death penalty.
I feel like it'll be a lot of wrongful death penalty cases where people are being.
Convictions. Okay. Well, we shall see.
Damn, she
Michigan
was about
used
to
to,
like, hey, be careful, because just like that abortion law, somebody might silently lobby for it. You look up, bam, next thing you know, you on the chopping block.
right. Speaking of abortion laws, Republican Tudor Dixon, she wants to run for governor. And she had made the comment about abortion, and she said that abortion should not be legal at all by any means necessary, even if the mother's life is in jeopardy, or if it's a case of rape, a case of incest. She said she don't believe in abortion. All abortion should be illegal. And all I could think about was, number one, you're a
Mm,
woman. You never know when it could be your turn. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
So, are you sure you want to make that decision
mm.
that you are totally against abortion?
It's unfortunate because they just said today that Florida ruled that this 16-year-old girl wasn't mature enough to have an abortion. And so, she has to keep her baby. And it's just like she's not mature enough to have an abortion, but she's mature enough to be a mother. It's like, make
Mm-hmm.
it make sense. And she rallied saying, I'm in school and now I have to suffer because of what somebody else did to me. I think she was raped or something like that. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, now she has to keep this child. That's crazy. Is
That reminds me of adoption. When you are adopting a child, you have to go through this lengthy process, and the paperwork that you have to fill out is it's literally that thick. It's a lot of questions that they ask. So to adopt a child, you have to be taken through the ringer. But just to be a parent, you don't have to be taken through the ringer. How do we know if you are mentally stable and you should be a
a
parent?
child is not mentally stable to take care of themselves, hence them being a child, having
Mm-hmm.
parents, being taken care of. You know what I'm saying? That's the role that they're supposed to have, not the parental role
Right.
in that moment. So, it's unfortunate that these laws have been passed that allow these types of things to happen to our
Mm-hmm.
young girls. So, silently, it just, we wake up and boom, that's it. So they distracted us with something that was going on at the time that a lot of people didn't even realize. It actually got leaked that it was getting ready to be passed. So maybe people could have really tried to
They did it at the last
fight
minute
against
like
it.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Because they didn't
now
want
here
people
we
making a
are.
fuss. Yes.
Now here we are.
A
It's
bunch
too
of
late.
old men making decisions about a woman's body. Like
Hmm.
that math don't add up.
Just to say, women, we're still in control.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you think you have those positions you have now and you working in a man's world, we still control it.
Once again, we got you by the vagina.
Just grab 'em by the pussy. Ain't that what
That's
Trump
what y'all
said,
president was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Like,
And then in other news, in lighter news, the what is it? The giant slide made the
oh,
news today.
yeah.
The giant slide is going to be open.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Belle Isle, of course. The Giant slide from, I believe it said 11 to 7 or 10
Yeah.
to 7, something like that.
And how much were the rides?
$1.
Yep. Rides are $1, but the monkeypox is free. So if that's where you want to be, you just go right on ahead and go on down there and get yourself some of them little monkeypox. Have you been paying attention to that stuff? That stuff is rearranging people's face.
Oof. I don't even want to think about it.
It scares me. I see people in the pictures. I be like, oh my gosh.
Going back to what you touched on earlier about some of the violence, in Detroit, and I was just reading about how some guys and a girl, they carjacked this guy and robbed him under, the premise of him going out meeting the girl somewhere after the club, and she set him up. And it's like they're still doing that in this day and age, that whole setup thing. He meet her after the club, and then her people come out and they rob him, carjack him. It's like, damn, women, men, be careful, because they still out here to get you. You can't trust nobody right now. Everybody hard up for cash. Ran through that loan money, and you know what I'm saying, trying to still keep their fronts up. So it's hard out here for people, and they will get you. Then there was a story like a lady got out of her car and somebody shot her and killed her. Like, just that's all the info. Like, well, damn, who did that?
Yeah.
It's so much violence going on, but it's just like, wow, nobody is safe, so you just have to always be careful, watch your surroundings. Like I was being schooled earlier, make sure you're bagging into these places so that you can kind of have a good view of your peripheral of what's going on and be able to pull on out, especially us women. So just be cautious out here. Don't trust these guys, meeting them, trying to go outside, even to walk you to your car. Get security.
Yeah.
Let them walk you to your car.
Yeah. And the setup, it was a story out of Michigan, and it made it to, what's that show? For My Man. And it was a young lady, and she had met a guy, and her boyfriend had her set the guy up to be robbed. And what ended up happening was the boyfriend, I believe, was the one that ended up getting killed, and she's doing time. She got like 20 years behind that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Unfortunately, this is the world we live in. People don't have a respect for human life anymore. It's just like, these are people's fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters. Because, like, just taking a life nowadays is just nothing to people. It's unfortunate.
Yes.
Yeah, it's scary. It make you want to, almost like, shit, I'm going to have to get out of the city.
But you
You
know
know,
what? You can leave the city, but crime will be everywhere.
Yeah, but you can go some places where it's not like this. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You can find somewhere where it's nice, little, quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'm a camera over there, cameraman slipping up. But you can go.
All is well.
But yeah, you can find somewhere where you can go and it's just a little bit more peaceful.
Yes.
So
You can, and
so.
you feel safer. One place that I went and I felt safe, and we were just out like all hours of the night there, was New York. I guess I
Mm,
don't know if it was because it was a heavy police presence,
that's an
but I
odd one.
felt safe. I
Mm.
felt safe there.
Don't know if that would be my place to choose. Ain't monkeypox a little rampant there too in New York? New York, California, and somewhere else. So you monkeypox it on out. But no, I don't know if New York would be the spot where I would actually feel safe. New York, New Jersey, nothing like that. But somewhere, I
Oh,
might even have to go over to Canada or something, just live by their rules.
yeah.
Seem much simpler. Them Canadians seem very happy.
All right, we're gonna come back with Mitzi's minutes.
So get ready to check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Mitzi with Mitzi's minutes.
Great day, everyone, and thank you all for having me today.
Yes,
And
yes.
so, Mitzi's minute, y'all. Look at here. I get to talk some shit. For a minute or
Right,
two.
talk your
That's how you
shit.
know she one of Jay's super friends.
Right.
So, I wanted to talk about today about stealing dreams. So, I'm in the cannabis industry, and I started an organization called Black Cannabis Access. So I am like all deep into every which way in the cannabis industry. I'm at many tables, and y'all, I just don't like what I see. And it's just like busting out of me that I need to just tell y'all what's happening behind the scenes so y'all can get mad, so y'all can get excited, encouraged to really save the cannabis industry in the city of Detroit for black folks, for Detroiters. So that's what I'm all about, is that ownership for black and brown people in the cannabis industry. So this is what's happening I'm going to share with y'all today is...
They got you that fired up. I know.
Up.
I understand. I've been there before.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. So big MSUs come to Detroit and they setting up shop on our corners, right? These very same corners that we got brothers and sisters in, whoever went to jail, so on and so. They setting up on our corners, making all of this money. They're not making as much as they were before, but they made a lot of money on our corners. Yet, so at the same time, they are not taking care of our community. You know, they make all this bread and they take it back to wherever they're taking it back to. They're not doing what they're supposed to do in our community. And then on top of that, they're taking our dollars that we spend in these dispensaries and crushing the opportunity for black and brown folks to be owners in the cannabis industry. And they're doing that by suing the city of Detroit, stopping some of the programs, like the Detroit Legacy program is not what it was supposed to be. And they stopped it through a lawsuit, through petitions.
Oh,
They're
wow.
using black bodies to go out here and sign petitions that is not for us, by us, nothing for nothing. It ain't for Detroiters. It's not for us. So we gotta start understanding the power of the black dollar. Like, this is an important, such an important industry. Just because Detroit is 83% black, and we need to understand how to move our money around amongst ourselves. Every other group does that, but we do not do that. And we have to do that because they're using our dollars to stop us from this opportunity in the cannabis industry. It's 2 lawsuits right now in the city of Detroit, 3 of them in the city of Detroit right now, specifically stopping us from being able to thrive in the cannabis industry as owners. So
That's
I just want y'all to understand, like, listen, our dollar is so powerful. Do not take y'all black asses in none of these damn dispensaries that's not owned by us. We cannot afford to do that. Not this go around. It's 2022. Let's do shit differently. We need an economic foundation, and the cannabis industry is like what we know. Like, that's what we
Oh,
grew up
yeah.
around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of money in it, and they realize that, and they capitalize on it, and we just
Absolutely.
left in the dust once again.
Left in the dust on our own corners. Like, I can't even stomach that shit. Just walk up to be in my neighborhood and see a dispensary that's not owned by us. What?
Right.
Not when we got talent. You know, Jay got talent. There's a bunch of homies that got talent out here in the cannabis industry.
But they can't break into
and
it. They
can't
have
break
to
into it
keep
on
doing
legal shit.
anything on the
Yeah,
street.
That's some bullshit. So y'all, we can stop that with the power of our dollars. Stop funding these people, these outsiders, plan to really eliminate us out this industry. Like, period. Let's stop spending our dollars with them.
Power of our money and the power of our mind as well, because they need to make up their mind, like, I'm gonna leave the little weed man hustle alone and go into the corporate side of things, like Jay's, he's breaking into it. You have broken into it. They need to do that. And like you said, unite, come together.
But
Everybody's
see-
so busy wanting to be the top dog, the big
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
You can be the big dog, but you gotta earn that. You know what I'm saying? Put in the work.
But see, they only allow us to get to a certain level, and then they flatline. It's like, we'll let you get to here, so you'll think you in the game. But when they come to, okay, now we want to open the dispensary, we want to, it's all these roadblocks now. So
It's a ton of those roadblocks, barriers, red tape, and it's like, come on, if we don't, they overregulate this shit. Like, why the fuck? We've been smoking weed for like how long? You know what I'm saying? Now they saying, hey, don't smoke weed when you drive. Like, it's too late.
now they trying to regulate everything,
regulate
to make money off
everything.
of it. Now we can get tickets,
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. So Mitzi minutes just go around. So I appreciate the time, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for the information, because that's something that needed to be out here, because a lot of people, you know, you just thinking you run into these dispensaries, you spending your dollars, like spend it with your people. You know, you making them rich, and then look at where the dispensaries are, and then look around. Look at, you know, how do the parks look? How's the upkeep around it? Like, it's all trash. They're not taking care of the communities. They're not doing gift giveaways or any type of drive to, you know, help the kids in the community where they making all of the money. So that's something to think about.
Now, if someone's watching, say somebody wanted to get in touch with you about joining the cannabis movement, how would they do that?
So first I tell people to come on Sundays. I do a candle talk every Sunday at noon. So you can get there by going to bit.ly/Black Cannabis Access. That's the Zoom meeting ID. Just pop in and then just come there and I try to update people of what's going on in the industry. So if that's your first stop, you can always call me at 313-437-2733.
On a professional tip.
For sure. Please, don't waste my time on that. I got kids.
Right.
313-437-2733.
All right.
All right. So
Thank you.
that's
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
That's gonna wrap it up for tonight's episode. We're actually gonna do, because we had her on last week to talk about where we're filming right now, which is at Cannapose. So we're gonna give you a little brief snapshot of some of the selfie spots in the museum.
Awesome.
All right.